Good Monday morning. It is 4:30. I'm Lynn Bowie. A live look right now at snowy conditions in South Baltimore as we wait for the next round of wintry weather. WJZ has team coverage tracking the next part of the storm. Let's start with Tim Williams. Tim, look at your shoes. You're wearing boots.
Well, you know what? I figured it's better to be dress prepared than fashionable. So I tried to find a balance between the two, but you definitely are going to need your footwear today. It's going to be a little bit slick out there when you go out this morning. Certainly, if you've looked out overnight at all, you've seen the snow on the ground. We've had up to about, a half foot of snow in some parts of the area. Right now, live Doppler radar is showing that we don't have snow over the 95 corridor, but we do, in fact, have a bit of a wintry mix. You're seeing that pink moving on through here, and you do see on the outer edges that snow up to the north of us, back toward the west again. But look at the rotation there, and that's what we want to draw your attention to, because while we do see just a little bit of a lull over the state right now, that rotation is just kind of indicating that it's still going to be swinging back through here. So we're not done with this thing yet. We're going to be seeing this move on through here in the next few hours or so. It could get a little dicey. Marty and I were talking about this, and Marty was saying that with the temperatures the way they are, with this mix moving through, in not too long a time, this thing could get a little bit more tricky.
It's happening right now, even as we speak. As a matter of fact, I'd like everybody for the next 3 or 4 hours, remove the word snow out of your vocabulary. Just remove the word snow out of your vocabulary. What you saw on the ground, where you are, where you live, when you went to bed last night, is what is out there right now. As Tim just showed you, it's freezing rain that's in the area, and that is a very big deal. Now, we're still going with 8 to 12, 4 to 8, 2 to 4 in trace amounts on the coast. As Tim pointed out, the snow, the second round of snow, is yet to come our way. It is 31 degrees right now, and we have rain in the area. We have freezing rain in the area. But here's what I want you to note. The wind direction coming in off of the ocean and two bays. So the mid-levels of the atmosphere have gotten mild. And that's why it is raining now on extremely cold ground. And I think we get into a more dicey scenario over the next 2 or 3 hours than we had all day yesterday. Right now, just for the matter, wind chill at 23. We still have today and tomorrow to go. Periods of mixing, yep, it's going to be all through at least lunchtime. And then as meteorologist Tim Williams just pointed out, we're going to see another round, maybe 2 to 5 inches of snow coming in later on. Storm really doesn't even get out of here until later tomorrow afternoon. So mixed precip, and then snow. But I'm telling you, in the next 2 or 3 hours are really going to be very telling. And I think we'd say more freezing rain than snow. Christy Breslin, what do you have? Good morning. Take it away.
Well, Marty, you know it's going to be busy on the roads, and we have so many accidents out there already. Now look at the camera behind me. You can't even tell what that is. It's the 95/895 split. Then another check on the top side of the beltway. You can see also our camera not too good there at Cromwell Bridge Road. Now let's get to those accidents. They are everywhere. Trimble Road at Forest Knoll Road, that's in the Edgewood area. 95 southbound at White Marsh Boulevard. Then that's going to take us over to northbound 95 after 295. 95 southbound at Caton Avenue, a crash there. And we also have another crash northbound 295 at Nursery Road. And that's just the beginning of the rush hour. So as you can see, the roads are just treacherous. Back over to you guys.
Hello. As we wait for round 2 of our wintry mix, let's begin with conditions outside. We're going to start our team coverage this morning with Annie Rose Ramos. Annie Rose, it looks like it's a bit of a winter wonderland behind you this morning.
Tim, good morning. Yeah, the snow just turned to freezing rain, and if you take a walk with me, Tim, we are on Key Highway, where you can see just about every 10 to 15 minutes there have been a snow plow passing through. But if you take a look at my other side, we're on a neighborhood street that's leading into Federal Hill. It's a different story, Tim. These secondary roads, we haven't seen the snow plows coming through there nearly as often. And so when you see the cars, this is someone's car, they're going to have a little bit of a job to do this morning if they're planning on driving around. They're going to have to shovel this car out for a few inches of snow. Now, as Tim, you mentioned, and as Marty mentioned, this snow has turned into rain for the next few hours. It's freezing on the floor, and this is what we can expect right here in the city.
I'm pretty excited. I'm happy to see it because it hasn't been here in a long time.
It's a snow day that's been years in the making. Some of you chose to take a spin on a sled or a snowboard. Others got to work before the snow piled up.
We're getting out a little bit ahead.
This is Nick and Evan Kaliakudas from Baltimore County.
Trying to get the sidewalks cleaned up, throw some mag on them, and then also throw some salt on the parking lots.
Baltimore County crews have been preparing since 4 a.m. Sunday.
Making everything slip-proof.
With nearly 500 pieces of equipment, it got a good layer of salt on the roads early on.
They're really working hard, and they're working largely without stop.
Baltimore city officials say they're ready to welcome at least 6 inches of snow, if not more. It has 15,000 tons of salt at its disposal.
Primary and secondary roads are now being addressed simultaneously to assure that streets are treated before major accumulations occur.
Winter essentials flying off the shelves at this Canton Ace hardware store, which has just recently restocked its load.
We are completely out of shovels. We are completely out of toboggans and sleds.
And Lynn, as Marty and Tim mentioned, there is more snow coming. So after this rain comes snow. So Mayor Brandon Scott recommends everybody in the city to try and stay off of these roads. For now, reporting live, I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
Annie Rose, thank you. Our team coverage continues right now with Sean Streicher live in northern Baltimore County. Sean, what about Macklin? Does Macklin like the snow?
You know, I did put Macklin on a sled. I was kind of pushing him around. He had no idea what was going on, but it made for a pretty cute picture. Up here in northern Baltimore County, though, a different story, not quite as cute. You can see 83 off behind me. That's the road we took to get here, exit 27, the Mount Carmel parking ride. 83 for the most part was clear. There was some slush along the sides of the roads, mostly freezing rain on the drive up. It has kind of shifted over to that, well, you've heard it multiple times, that wintry mix. The roads, though, a little slippery in some spots, clear, though, in most areas, and that's thanks largely in part to these guys over here, the salt and plow truck drivers who've been working around the clock to make sure you are safe if you head out on the road.
Plows took to the streets in Harford County, working to make treacherous roads safe.
So around here up in 543 Delta area, it's pretty bad. I slid a little bit.
County Executive Barry Glassman says road crews began pre-treating early in the weekend and asked people to do their part to help them clear main roads and side streets.
Some of our residential areas, make sure you park on the even numbered side of the street so our snowplows have room to get through.
What you see on the road, it depends on where you live. Even in Harford County, Michelle Matura moved north from Bel Air to Street and is noticing a difference.
I don't think the roads are maintained as well out here. It doesn't seem to be. Whereas Bel Air, everything seems to be cleared pretty easily, even the neighborhoods.
Across the state, roads are being monitored.
We have sensors in our roadways that tell us at our operations center about what the roads are doing, if they're freezing, if they're wet, if it's snow. So we always know what the road needs before we get out there.
Harrison Finnegan says he increases his following distance and is extra cautious at intersections.
Maintain the slow speed and, make sure you brake ahead of time.
Back out here live in northern Baltimore County, taking a look at the snow. It seems to be a little deeper, at least from where I was in the Baltimore County Towson area. Nevertheless, right now it is that wintry mix. It seems to be between that freezing rain and a little bit of snow. We're going to be out here all morning checking on the conditions so that you don't have to be. Of course, stay home like all the county officials are saying if you can. Reporting live in Baltimore County, Sean Streicher for WJZ.
Thanks, Sean. WJZ is your winter weather connection with the most experienced weather team in town. Download the WJZ app for updated forecasts and information anytime.